Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. Today is Wednesday, November 15, 2023. We want to welcome all of you to SKTV once again. Yesterday we had some problem, we had some issues with our system. For some reason, we were not able to actually get our actual view until maybe after an hour or close to an hour into the show. We don't know what is going on. Hopefully, it will stop. But I want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. We are here again to update you, to analyze what we have heard so far vis-a-vis the election, the runoff. Hopefully, by within a day or two, we will get some good numbers where we can actually determine as to who is actually winning. What we know in our mind, what we know based on our connections, based on numbers that we have received, we can actually talk about who we think is going to win. But whatever we say here, we are not clothed with authority to determine or to say who is actually winning the election. So I want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. We have some information that we would like to share with you. And I think you listened to the National Elections Commission today, and hopefully, uh, you might have learned something from there. But what I can tell you right now, it's not easy. You know, somebody said yesterday they liked my smile because I was smiling, I was excited. You know why I'm excited? Because this thing is coming to a close. It's coming to a closure. This whole election hullabaloo is about to come to an end so that we can be friends again. We can be brothers and sisters again. We can, have a conversation again, normal conversation. So we can also collectively come back together and hold the government accountable and hold the government's feet to fire. So it's important that we share the show so we can have this conversation. We'll be hearing from our friends, our reporters, and everybody in Liberia that are connected with the SKTV. They will be chip in. They will tell us exactly what's going on, their experiences. We were also having a conversation with Kimmy Musa Belete, representative elect of District Number 7, Nima Kante. We also were also trying to see whether we can bring him on today to have a conversation with him. If not, we'll still have a conversation either way, because that was not confirmed. But yes, indeed, I will tell you, it's getting very, very juicy. The politics is getting sweet. I am enjoying it. Yeah, but I want to encourage all of you to share the show. Let me take this time to once again welcome all of you and to call at least a few names to recognize some of you, to say thank you for following SKTV. I want to start with Boy Lee. Boy Lee, welcome to SKTV. Ali Aisha Donzo, Bella Williams, and Boyoga Joe, J. Boyoga Joe, and Laundry Doleke. Welcome to SKTV. Yon Bebo Yon and Sel Ali. Welcome to SKTV. Felicia. Welcome to SKTV. My fan, one of my oldest friends, Mr. Talawayon Jiba. Welcome to SKTV. And Harris Tucker, my brother, welcome to SKTV. And Cindy Anderson, welcome to SKTV. Kalim, welcome to SKTV. Zoli Wesley, welcome to SKTV. Abdullah Ahmed Jabate, welcome to SKTV. Madingo Governor, my own brother there from all the way. I don't know, I was trying to Jekota Amagashi, that's one of my little brother there, all the way in Liberia. Welcome to SKTV. Binta Belete, my partner. She's my partner, but she can run away from me for some time. I think I need to fire her and look for a different partner. Yeah, Binta Belete, welcome to SKTV. Peter Sumu, welcome to SKTV. Prince Masakwe, welcome to SKTV. You said what? So you need to take a break from predating anything. Okay, Prince Masakwe, welcome to SKTV. Just share the show. That's what I got to tell you right now. Let's share the show, people. Everybody. Albert Cooper, welcome to SKTV. Yvonne Ayo, welcome to SKTV. Joseph Benda, welcome to SKTV. Mustafa Balo and Samantha, welcome to SKTV. Faliku, Fai Fofana, welcome to SKTV. We have a lot of people here. Wisa, welcome to SKTV. Wisa, welcome to SKTV. Jimmy Dennis, welcome to SKTV. And who else? A lot of people here. Yeah. Mabina Ansu Aliu Belete Senior, welcome to SKTV. Jemima Pierre, welcome to SKTV. Stanley Thomas Seon, welcome to SKTV. Prince PC Kalon, welcome to SKTV. Sir Stephen, welcome to SKTV. Richard Richard Bala, welcome to SKTV. Junior Gonse, welcome to SKTV. My own sister is here. Ruth Robert Kangba, welcome to SKTV. Lawrence Jackson, welcome to SKTV. Love Hopkins from all the way Delaware, welcome to SKTV. We really, really appreciate all of you. But if you haven't shared the show, you got to share the show. That is the most important thing right now. Share the show. Share the show. Share the show. We have a lot to talk about. Yeah. Mommy and Collie, welcome to SKTV. G. Samuel Bano Jr., welcome to SKTV. Howard Dawson, welcome to SKTV. Justin. Welcome to SKTV and VKB Kuruma. Welcome to a long time, my brother. It's been a minute. When we used to do the show on the phone, that's when I used to see you a lot. Welcome to SKTV. Eleanor Davis, welcome to SKTV. And Princess Mimi, welcome to SKTV. I'm sorry. That's a female. I call Princess. V Keller, welcome to SKTV. And who else here? Emmy Bashu, welcome to SKTV. My own brother from all the way in New York. V Kamara, the JNB, the biggest people of JNB. That's how I consider my brother. But he's intelligent in his support. At least he's not insulting anybody. He wasn't there to preach the message for Joseph Mabaka, believing that Joseph Mabaka is better than George Weah. So I love you, my brother. Yes, indeed. My Jenna's son, welcome to SKTV. My own daughter is here, MK Mawata Kante. Welcome to SKTV. From all the way somewhere in the desert, welcome to SKTV. Prince Masako again. Ola Koli, Va David, welcome to SKTV. Emma, welcome to SKTV. Joshua, welcome to SKTV. A lot of people. I don't know if I should continue calling names, but I will try. My mom was there. TC Prince, welcome to SKTV. Yeli Joey, welcome to SKTV. Ma Marie Gonga's son, welcome to SKTV. Lovely Pierre Perry, welcome to SKTV. Clarence Sitter, welcome to SKTV. Nelson, welcome to SKTV. Solomon Wewe, welcome to SKTV. I think so far so good. You not finished your. Okay, some people already called their name, but they just right. Yeah, Samuel Tanu, welcome to SKTV. God Favor Nadia Robert, welcome to SKTV. Game Jason, those are people that have been following SKTV for a very long time. She said I'm her son. He said, just call me your son. Me, I got plenty of money. Yeah, welcome to SKTV. God Favor Vasco Tier, welcome to SKTV. Kai Jabo, welcome to SKTV. Well, Going Kado, welcome to SKTV. Conrad Nikan, that's my brother from all the way from New Jersey. And Joseph Hoffman, welcome to SKTV. Who else? I don't want to, I've called a lot of names, so I don't want to really leave anybody out. As long as I can see your name. Daniel Bala, welcome to SKTV. Benjamin Jonah, that's another brother from another mother from all the way, but it may always can cause trouble for me. Yeah, Benjamin, welcome to SKTV. Brazil, aka what's the other name? Undercover CDC, and welcome to SKTV. And who else? Gotta make sure. Oliver Banner, welcome to SKTV. Yeah, Oliver Banner, that's it. AB Jabate, welcome to SKTV. Mariama Bidel. I used to call your name fuller name before. I used to call your name Mariama Bade, but I didn't read your name properly. Now I've read it. It's Mariama Bidel. So I'm sorry, Mama. Mariama Bidel, welcome to SKTV. Emmanuel Jesse, welcome to SKTV. Papito Solo, welcome to SKTV. Goblazo, welcome to SKTV. And finally, I'm getting there. Christopher Kuhn, welcome to SKTV. Albert Gami, welcome to SKTV. Fatu Jackson, welcome to SKTV. And I don't know. The other person name two something, but I'll call it last name. Yose, welcome to SKTV. Mariama Seku Kamara, welcome to SKTV. Bishop Bobet, welcome to SKTV. Josephine Jaka Hammer, welcome to SKTV. Amy Williams. Okay. So my people that I can't pass that name like that before I get in trouble. Yeah. So going John Smith, welcome to SKTV. Martin Manor, welcome to SKTV. And AB Bable, welcome to SKTV. I will try always to call the name I can. Mike Kadami, that's my brother from all the way in New Jersey. Mike Kadami, welcome to SKTV. Mr. Brother Noah, the creator of SKTV, the man who say he owns the SKTV. That's my other brother there too. About Pape, but Pape don't know who to support, man. Pape flip-flopping. Some day he's supporting Jeremiah Kun, some day Boakai, some day Kumi, some day Jeremiah Wapo. They're all over the place, man. But the man is a Boakai sympathizer. My old man, welcome to SKTV. Yes, Prince Mohammed, welcome to SKTV. D. Gobia, welcome to SKTV. Say V Dollar. Say V Dollar, welcome to SKTV. Batu Mano, welcome to SKTV. Antoinette Beard Tower, welcome to SKTV. Derek Dunn, welcome to SKTV. I've tried. Nancy Roof Anderson, welcome to SKTV. Brokeable Power, welcome to SKTV. If I go without calling people are gonna put any there in our fair. Orita is here. Orita Zina, welcome to SKTV. And Randall Waluba, welcome to SKTV. Ali Donzo, Rebecca Gossi, and Hemsin Kenneth, and Jatu Cooper, welcome to SKTV. Damn. The list are getting longer and longer. Andrew Goy, welcome to SKTV. I love these people, man. I love you guys. Trust me. Okay, I want to get a few more names to call. Digon Balayan, welcome to SKTV. Enza Mighty Sumauro Dollar, that's my own brother from another mother all the way in the Twin City, Minnesota. David Lawrence Sumu, and finally, Maurice Philip. I tire now. Let's get to the issue. You're listening to something today, right? It was very, very intriguing. I did not listen to the whole thing, but I listened to a part of it. And the most important part was when I look at the total number of votes that is being counted, I think we have less than 30% of the total vote being tabulated and announced by the National Elections Commission. And hold on. Hold on. Well, once again, I want to say thank you. I just got some message. It kind of like interrupted my what I was trying to say, but yes. I hope all of you kind of follow the show. I mean the announcement by NEC, National Elections Commission. You know, from yesterday morning, yesterday evening, last night, and early this morning, we saw a lot of jubilations, excitement, everybody claiming victory, and everything going, head to scatter, everybody kind of going crazy, thinking that they have won the election. But it was quite interesting to see that the National Election Commission gave an announcement of less than 25%, maybe less than 30% of the total vote. But what is even more intriguing, of the number announced today, former Vice President Joseph Nima Boakai obtained 193,041 votes, constituting 50.71% of the vote announced. And then the CDC, President George Manawia obtaining 187,615 votes, constituting about 49.29%. And the margin between the two is about 5,426 votes. Yesterday when we were on here, Brazilian Monk, welcome, my brother. Brazilian Monk. Yeah, my brother, welcome. And we are back, and we are here for the good reason, for the right reason. You said yesterday a many times that almost coming on SKTV is like you are coming to listen to a repetition, or confirmation, or affirmation, whatever terminology or descriptive adjective you want to use. But it's almost like coming on SKTV. You are coming here to maybe confirm or hear what we have told you before. Last night, when everybody was somehow ready and waiting for Senator-elect Amara Cornet to come and give them the result of what actually transpired in the entire election, the expectation was like he's probably going to come and declare victory for Joseph Nima Boakai and the Unity Party. That was the expectation, to the extent where I learned that people were crying on Spoon Network
that the election was over already.
The election was over. That in fact, that was a cry of a tear of joy.
Tears of joy.
Those were tears of joy.
Yeah.
So I laughed so hard, and because I felt like that was not actually realistic.
Yep.
I felt that it was somehow fake and somehow misleading.
It's a mind game, man.
But then, while waiting to hear from former finance minister and now Senator-elect Mr. Amara Cornet, we were expecting, him to have come and give a number that would have actually
validate
validate what was being spewed out on the network I call Liberia Fox News, otherwise known as Spoon Network. They are always there to energize, encourage, and somehow spoon feed their supporter with falsehood and deception in order to keep them happy, keep them energized, forgetting about the plight of the entire Liberian society. So what happened yesterday when Amara Kone came and we were informed that Amara Kone suggested that based on their number they have received, they believe that Joseph Nima Boakai was leading about 53%, while President Weah was around 43%. We said, well, but that announcement, we believe, that percentage is not too high. That was too close. In America here, when you hear them say too close to call or too early to call, those things they have two different meanings. When they tell you too close to call, it means that the margin is within the margin of error, plus minus, anybody can win it. Then they will say too close to call. But when they tell you too early to call, it means that they don't know exactly the exact margin between the two, and you don't have enough information to
make enough information to make any projection. That's just why it is too early.
That's what they call too early to call. Too close to call, they have enough information, but the margin is too tiny, too little. They could flip either way, so they will call it too close to call.
Yeah.
So after we heard that announcement yesterday or last night or this morning, if you will, we said, with that, I think it's too close to call. We put that thing within the error, within the margin of error, plus minus 3. So it could be anybody election. That's what we said after we listened to that. Now, this even confirmed what we said. If you have somebody sitting at 50%, 50.71%, it means that the margin between the two is less than 1%.
Yeah.
You see that? This is the NEC. This is the National Elections Commission telling you that the margin between the two is less than 1 percentage point. 1 percentage between the two of them is less than that. It's like almost like a 0.29%. So that means this is anybody's election. And to even confirm what we said, that everything is possible, Brazilian monk, do you know this number we are reading right here, the 193,041 votes for UP, Joseph Boakai, and the 187,615 votes. It does not include the vote from Grand Cru. Grand Cru is not part of this.
Yeah, 0% reporting.
0% reported from Grand Cru.
Yes.
And what we are saying, if George Weah is going to carry the Southeast by the margin we have seen so far, some areas 60, 70, 80%, or some more 85%. If that stands to be true, and if that is going to be, the margin going forward, it means the difference here, the 5,426 vote, 5,426 vote, Maybe if the vote from ground crew comes in, we don't know the margin, but let's assume even if the ground crew vote is around 10,000, just for the sake of argument, even if ground crew's vote is just 6,000, and Jowea accumulate, I mean, let's say 10,000, and then Jowea accumulate 80% or even 70%, that can cancel out. That will reduce or even cancel out the difference right now. So what's going to happen if Jowea carry 80% and this margin is 7,000? I'm just saying hypothetically. Let's say it's 10,000. Jowea carry 80%. That means that 80% will have like 8,000 vote here, and Joe Baka carry to give him 2,000 vote from there. Added to this one will be around 7,400 plus. While Joe will got additional 8,000, so that could cancel out this. Just in fact, just within 2 days, you don't know what's going to happen yet. We said it yesterday. Before I'm going to give President Lamont chance to speak. We said it yesterday. If Joseph Boakai is going to win Lofa, Bon, Nimba, Magibi, even Monterado, where he's doing great, and we are getting substantive number there that can offset other area, it will be kind of like a repeat of the first round. Because Joseph Parker won all those areas in the first round, yet Jowea ended up beating him by 7,000 plus vote. And at this time around, if the first round Jowea made about 21% in Lofa County, and now he's around 30% in Lofa County, you know what I mean? If Jowea had less number in Nimba, less than 25% in the first round. And now, from the calculation of the Unity Party war room, they are giving Jowea close to 30%, 28 to 30%. That means Jowea actually did well this time around in the second round in both Lofa and Nimba County. That could change the dynamics of the whole election just by doing more. He did less in the first round in both counties, and then he went over the top, but then he's doing more. So this is not like a winner take all, wherein when you win a county, you got to all the vote for that county. This is simple majority. Whatever number you will get will be added to the number from all the other counties. So at the end of the day, the trend is quite interesting. We will not tell you who we're going to win, but you can do your own due diligence and follow, the trend, follow the numbers, and see where it leads you. Brazilian Monk.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where are you this morning, my man? After seeing what we're saying now.
Well, I just came from making some runs, got back home, look at it, went over the election commission over her briefing. And I'm saying literally the same thing, like what we saw in round number one, except for slight differences, looking at the numbers reported versus the outstanding. And she established a premise from the beginning of her press conference that people talk about ballot stuffing. So she just wanted to get that one away out of fake news and this whole thing about creating tension in the process. That's what she said. So the whole thing about ballot stuffing, because the people who making the claim about ballot stuffing are also saying that they are winning. So I don't know, maybe Georgia is ballot stuffing for them to win. Pre-marking ballot. That's what she said, pre-mark. So, but here's the thing. I'm still seeing some trend, except for slight improvement. From the national standpoint, you won't be able to make, but in data, when you get at least up to 30% of the numbers, you can be able to establish a trend. At least 30%. Anything below 30%, no, you cannot make a projection or anything below 1/3. But at least when 30%, because 30% almost 1/3 of the overall number. That way you start getting a picture. And there are only a few counties that are reporting less than 30%. It's Lofa County, 16%. Then you got Grand Cape Man, 22, but it's still close to 30. Margibi is only 18%. The same with Bon and Grand Bassa, just 3% of the person reporting. Nima County is 17%. But the rest of them, especially the Southeast, with the exception of Grand Cru, they are mostly 34, 40%. But one thing I noticed in the Southeast, this election won't start until somebody can make a dent into their opponent's turf. Is to go on your opponent's turf and make noise there. You don't have to win, but to make noise. And I told you from the first round, when you go into second round, watch out for Nima County and Lofa County for Unity Party. And you should watch out for the Southeast for George Weah. What I'm looking at in the Southeast is like George Weah is even going to overperform what he did in round one. Because the standard deviation for the Southeast in round one was almost like 78%. Now I think they're trying to rack it up to 85%. That will be average. By the time this number is up, will be close to 85 to 90% from the Southeast. That's what I'm looking at. Of course, Lofa County is not giving me at least 1/3 of the ballot so far because, like you said, drip, 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 drop. I told you by Friday. I told you yesterday. Steve said Thursday. I said, no, it will be Friday. And you can tell the first batch, she dropped 22% today. So I guess before Friday, she will be able to give us 100%. But from the first 22%, what you saw in Lofa County, even though it's only 16% of the precinct reporting, and in Nima County, the average for Georgia was between 20 to 21%. But from the first number we are receiving here, we can see he getting up to 32% and 25%. That's an improvement. I keep seeing Georgia making improvement on Joseph Boaga turf. I'm yet to see the reverse. And I don't want to make my CDC people happy or Unity Party people to be overhyped, but that's just something I'm seeing from the numbers. That every time these results come in, like Georgia is making improvement on Joseph Braga turf, but the thing is not happening on Georgia turf in reverse. I'm yet to see it. Maybe by the time we get to the 50% mark, it might change. But from what I'm looking at, from what I'm seeing here, it's the same old thing. Georgia is making improvement. Joseph Braga is not making improvement in Georgia territory. But Georgia is being a little bit competitive than what he showed up in round one. So the question is, if these numbers are to hold constant, and Georgia ended up with 7,000 more votes over Joseph Boaga nationally, and he's still making improvement, even in places that Joseph Boaga is expected to do better, and we're not seeing the reverse, then I think CDC will still be having hope. That's why I see. That's just what the number is saying. You can interpret any way you want. I don't know. I'm not going according to War Room data because they have proven to be a liar. And we will have another DeLong in this second round. I told you the election will start until somebody screw up. Because everybody feel they got everything in place, but it's a complex system. You cannot be 100% perfect. Somebody will screw up somewhere, and that's where the other side will have the upper hand. That's just what's happening right now. Because the numbers don't lie. Numbers is universal. You don't need a PhD or a master's degree analytics.
So during the first round,
yes,
George, we are actually obtaining about 27%. But now, just Joseph Boaga in the Unity Party, their own War Room putting George Weah anywhere around 30% or a little bit over 30%. So if that's the case, that means George Weah is actually gaining a lot.
Gaining still.
And in the first round, George Weah obtained about 21% in Nima County, around 50,000 votes. And according to them, again, they put him actually around.
You mean Nima?
Nima.
He's at 25%.
Yeah. They put that he was 21% the last time.
Yeah, so it's 4%.
This time around, because they're saying that the Nima Boaga was getting 72%, so that still put George Weah close to 28%, 27, 28% in Nima. I mean, he's actually performing better than he did in the first round.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about something that I observed from the rescue mother, the quote-unquote rescue mother, our friend Yomli Kanga Lawrence posted that Grand Bassa did more than expected in the second round. When you say more than expected, do we consider that a win? Did Joseph Boakai win Grand Bassa County?
Grand Bassa County is
If
only
not,
reporting.
if not, what was the expectation when you say more than expected? Were they expecting to lose bigly, or were they expecting to win? And if it was expecting to lose, then why? What was the significance of Yombly and the impact of Yombly and Dillon in Grand Bassa County, if at all? Their expectation was to lose, but lose with certain margin, and then losing with a particular margin that is doing good. What is doing good in this contest?
I don't know what she prefer to doing good. Maybe, like I said, they have internal numbers that they are looking at. For me, I'm going out with the official numbers from NEC, because both of them lied to us from the first round. So there's nothing about credibility from both sides. We will only validate and analyze the official numbers. So when she said they are doing better than expected, I mean, Grand Bassa County so far is the county with the lowest report, or reporting the lowest number, is only 3%. But from the first 3%, it's a 60-40 in favor of CDC. So just from what I'm looking at, even though you cannot make sense of the numbers because it's only 3% reporting, if you're going to start with 60-40, then I don't know how we're going to call that doing better than expected. But like I said, they know something we don't know, except we choose to play by different rules and different model. We're going by official number. We are not taking anything circulating from out of war room until the official numbers are in, because they are all proven to be liar. Like I said, it would be another delay before the process come to an end. And we're seeing the trend already. We know some of us got some numbers behind the scene, but we cannot officially make those announcements. But you can just see the trend. And
okay. Let me tell you what I said earlier today from the beginning of the show. Grand Cru County, George Weah received 24,000 in the first round, 24,477, constituting 79.57% of the vote. So Joseph Boakai received 2,567, constituting 8.36%. So if Grand Cru was not reported today, if zero number was reported from Grand Cru, are you telling me that Grand Cru alone can just come and cancel this whole 5,000 difference that we are seeing right now, while they stay counting other areas?
It will cancel the whole 5,000 with a lot of vote being left.
And that could potentially put we are ahead?
It could be. It could be. It could cancel the entire 5,000 and still be
because
having.
if the man getting almost 80%, and he getting more this time around, more than what he got the last time. If Joey are getting 80% in Grand Cru County this time around, and let's assume that the turnout go down to like maybe 20,000, because I mean you got 20,000 this time around, for example. We got the last time you got 24,000, almost 25,000, 24,400 and change. So assuming that Boakai, we will get at least 20,000 votes this time around in that place, and Boakai also numbers go down to maybe 1,500 from the 2,500 we're seeing here. That means that could potentially put George Weah ahead, and if not ahead, but that could cancel out totally the lead that he has right now.
Second, when I'm looking at these numbers, the first thing I look at the size of the county and look at it and look at the difference. That's it, and just look at the trend as to who is improving. That's all you can make of. Because if you look at the numbers from all the county, every single county, the standard deviation or the average of the vote that's outstanding is almost 75% in every county county. Based on the numbers that were given today, it's only 22%. Yeah, individually you can make sense of some counties, like people reporting at least 40 or 35% of the overall vote. But for those that own 30%, you don't want to dig into that too much because it's not sufficient data to make sense. But from the national average, you can tell that more than 3/4 of the votes are still outstanding. But you can see trend, like I said, you can see smaller trend based
Okay.
on the individual counties. And from the trend, you will notice that George Weah, even if the number put Joseph Boaga ahead of George Weah, this thing is George Weah is making little incremental gain as compared to what he did in round number one. That trend has been established now. You can make the case on a county by county basis. He increasing your margin in the southeast and making his number a little bit better as compared to round one in places that Joseph Boaga is expected to do better. That's just it.
Let's talk about Grand Bassa, for example. Grand Bassa, you know what? I don't know whether I should project this the screen, but anyway, let me not do that. Let's just talk about it. So in Grand Bassa County, George Weah got 10,000 more votes. 10,000 more votes than Joseph Boaga in the first round. George Weah received 46,651, and Boaga received 36,214. So that's like a little bit over 10,000 votes. And we're seeing the same trend coming, and we are even doing better now than he did in the first round. So people who are actually dancing, let's say from the Unity Party side, saying that they have won the election, what do you think they have that we don't know?
They are all getting information from their war room. There's nothing else. And you cannot rely on this war room because they have proven to be liars from the first round. You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. That's just why it is. I'm not going to take any number from no war room on either side. We will look at the official numbers from NEC and be able to do analysis on those numbers. I don't care what Amara Conan got. I could care less. I don't know who's in CDC war room and putting these numbers together. I'm saying we can only establish trend and make sense of the number that has been reported by NEC, because we are not going down this rabbit hole for the second time based on what we witnessed in the first round. They all claimed they were going to win first round victory. It never happened. The other guy came up with plastic bag claiming he had all the tally sheet when he had less than 20% of all the tally sheet nationwide. He lied. He fooled. He get Coliba to come and expose them. And now we got Unity Party people saying that they got at least an advantage of more than 41,000 votes. That is comical from their war room. It's even laughable because if you look at the first round, like I said, the second round participation is always lower, and universally it favors the incumbent. When the turnout are high, it in favor of the opposition party. So if you are telling me with all the first round projection that you made and still George Weah at the end of the day ended up with 7,000 more votes than you, then it's impossible to be over him by 41,000 votes. Based on the numbers we have seen thus far from the Election Commission. So somebody is lying.
But Brazilian, something I heard last night.
Yes.
From a reliable source, that is also advantage the Unity Party. It seems like the Unity Party is doing better in Montserrat this time around than they did in the first round.
Yeah.
So let's give it to them. And I was even informed that the Unity Party is actually having some advantage about 18 to 19 percentage point over the CDC in Montserrat County. We got that information yesterday. As a matter of fact, that was after the show we had last night. So, yeah. So
you had a statistical dead hit in Montserrat County. I think only 2,000 or 3,000 vote margin, right?
Yeah.
In round number one. Now, even with the number, just to be hypothetical, even with the number, Montserrat County is reporting at least 28% of all the precincts, and you have a 47 to 53 in favor of Unity Party. How can you tell me, from a statistical standpoint, that you'll be over George Weah by 19,000 votes in Montserrat County?
No. This is 19 percentage point, not 19,000. Like, for example, they're saying that they are beating George Weah in that place badly.
It cannot be true.
I will not deny it because from the numbers we receive, I will not deny or confirm it. But the number that we received, United Party was actually winning in most of the area in Monserrado. I think if this thing going to go George Weah way, it's going to be largely from the inroad, the gain he's making in Lofa, Nimba, and the heavy margin in the Southeast. But Monserrado, I think the Unity Party, from look of things, I'm not sure. I can confirm anything. But it looks like Unity Party is doing well than expected in Monserrado County.
Sekou, yeah, is the thing. Numbers don't lie. There's always a trend. If you cannot get one, you cannot get three. If you cannot get three, you cannot get five. Monserrado County make up for 1/3 of all the voters in Liberia in terms of size. If you want to tell me that Unity Party is in a neck to neck in Monserrado County with just a couple of thousand votes, if you are telling me that Unity Party is leading anywhere between 17 or 18% in terms of the raw number in Monserrado County, then the election is already over, because you won't have sufficient number from all to make up for the difference in Monserrado.
They're where their confidence is coming from. That's what they say.
Then maybe. I mean, I just understood the point you're trying to say. I mean, that's it. If you are telling me that Unity Party is winning by 17 or 18 percentage point in Monserrado County, it means the election is already over. Then we might as well start making preparation for inauguration for Joseph
Boakai, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know the thing here on SKTV, we don't make up story. You know that, and everybody knows that. we whatever we tell out, that we can report. But that's why we say we cannot confirm or deny. But we were informed that the Unity Party is having huge margin advantage in Monserrado. And we were also informed that two areas that they were actually discussing in terms of what the CDC is getting and how well the CDC is doing, which was not clear. It was about Bon County and Magibi. In fact, the sources informed me that they're going to gather more information in those two counties and get back to me. But let me check I can't say they never got back to me, because sometimes I can be on the show, something ain't can come. Something ain't can come. But
and let me give you another reason. Let me give you another reason why I'm not even going to buy in our hypothesis or make sense of it, right? Monserrado is not only the largest piece of slide on the electoral map, Monserrado County also set the benchmark for the other counties. Because people usually get their cues from Monserrado County. Is the macrocosm of the entire country. Now, you cannot tell me that the margin would be that large in Monserrado County, then we're not seeing it reflecting other part of the country. It cannot be. It's impossible. It will not happen.
So to actually shine light on your point,
yes,
Monserrado in the first round, Joseph Boakai received 322,166 votes. And then President Weah received 319,366. So Joseph Boakai got 46.49%.
Yes.
And President Weah got 46.08%.
Yeah.
That is less than 1 percentage point.
Or less than 1 percentage point.
So
and you want to tell me
how did
Sekou, slow down. And you want to tell me in your sound, mind, and body, with that kind of a statistical tie, and with a low participation in round two, you want to tell me that Unity Party is running away with 17 to 18%?
That's the question that I was trying to ask now.
Come on, man.
So with the Unity Party, people are claiming that they're having 18, they even said 18 to 19 percentage point over the CDC. That is giving them. So how did they arrive at that number? That was my question.
Oh, yeah.
How did they arrive at that number? And what are the areas that really gave the Unity Party more vote? Because the difference here in in first round, the difference is Less than 4,000 votes. Less than 4,000 votes. So let's just put it, hypothetically at 5,000 votes. So where you going to make up that number to get up to 19 percentage point?
Yes. That's not a small swing.
So that would be like over 50 or 50, close to 100,000 swing.
Yeah. Then it's over. That's what I'm saying. If
CDC can accumulate over 100,000 vote percentage over George Weah nationwide, that means it's over.
Yes, that's why I said initially, I don't even need 19 or 18%. If Unity Party people are sure that they can get anything above 15% in terms of the difference from Montserrado County, that make up for 1/3 of all the electors in Liberia, the first thing we'll see, even counties that are much closer to Montserrado, that you will see a cascading effect. And second of all, you will see some kind of a sign all over the country. So if that is the case, 15% or more, then the election is over, because Georgia won't have vote from anywhere to cancel up Montserrado County. Then knowing fully well that the second largest county in the country also supports Joseph Boakai, and we expect him to win. Then if those numbers hold constant from Montserrado County, then more aliens should just start crying more. I mean,
okay, but let's look at where was that place? Well, let's look at Alofa County. According to the Unity Party war room last night,
okay,
they said Joseph Boakai was winning Lofa County by 67.8 percentage point. And they also proudly announced to us that George Weah was getting 31.48% in Lofa.
Mm-hmm.
So that put Joseph Boakai at disadvantage compared to what happened in 2017. In 2017, Joseph Boakai accumulated 78%
mm-hmm.
in the total vote in Lofa County. George Weah got way, 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 way less. If George Weah can get 30% in Lofa, how possible is it that George Weah will be losing
that big in Montserrado County
by
19%?
By 19% in Montserrado.
I told you there will be another DeLong.
So we are having
show off.
So, and do you remember the percentage point today announced for Bond County?
For Bond County, with 18% reporting, it still gave Georgia almost a 10% lead in Bond County.
In Bond County, right?
Yeah, 54.
Do you remember yesterday I told you, according to the information I received, that the CDC was winning in Bond County?
Yes.
Okay, but the United Party reported to us last night that they were somehow
flipping
almost, 2/3 of the total vote, because they said to us that they were around 60,000 votes, where George Weah was around 36,000 votes in counting. So it means that they were getting, if you tabulate that, to a percentage, that could potentially give them around anywhere over 60%. Because if you are getting 2 times what the other person is getting, then you will be anywhere in a half 50 to 60%, while the other person will be struggling between 30 to 40% in Bond County. But based on what is announced by the National Election Commissions now, it seems like George Weah is even the one leading, right?
That's why it seems like. But second, we shouldn't confuse our audience or make this thing extra complicated. I just gave you a simple analogy here. There are only 5 counties in Liberia with bigger numbers: Montserrado, Nimba, Bon, Margibi, and Lofa County and slightly Grand Bassa County if you want to make it 6, because at least they can come up with anything above 100,000 or more vote. If Montserrado County constitute 1/3 of all the electorate in Liberia, and Unity Party is leading in Montserrado County by over 15 percentage point, the election is over. That's it. It's over. Then Joseph Boaga is the next president. But I'm not going to buy into that logic because it does not make sense mathematically. If Georgia is going to be competing in Joseph Boaga backyard of Lofa and even putting up a little fight in Nima County, there is no way, even if Montserrado County will go Joseph Boaga's way, it won't be by that margin. It makes no sense. I can't even make sense of it. And that I don't know how to even classify it from a numerical standpoint. It's just illogical. But if that is the case, if they want us to believe that Joseph Boaga commands at least 15% or more in Montserrado County, then it's over, because then there is no way George Weah can accumulate vote for to cancel Lofa, Nima. Let's talk about Montserrado County. That 15%, because don't forget, we're looking at the proportion of this county size in relationship to other counties. Like I said, if Montserrado is 1/3, 15% of 1/3 is no small numbers. They mean Georgia cannot get, even if it gets 2 times Southeast, it won't cancel all Montserrado County.
Let's go and do some math here.
Yes.
Since you like numbers. So let's go to the Southeast, right?
Yes.
Southeast, in the first round, we have about 53,400 votes in Maryland. We had about 33,000, I'm talking about valid vote, 33,400 votes in Grand Crew. River G, we had about 29,712 votes. In Sano, we had about 40,972 votes. Then Grand Jide, we have about 47,110 votes, total valid vote. So all of these constituting about 73%, 73%, 72%, 78%, and 78% again, and then 78%. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 counties from the Southeast, if you put all the numbers together, I think it will give you close to 300,000 votes, correct?
Yes. If you put all the Southeastern counties together, they will give you almost the same, little bit above what you get in Nima County.
In Nima County.
And that's what happened. I told you from day one.
Yeah, so
I don't look at the way how they got report that number. I just look at a model.
Yeah, so now what I'm driving at is that if we have George Weah running away with the Southeast, around about 80%, because some area is getting about 85%.
Some area is 90. Like
some
Green
areas
the
90.
number is 90.
Yeah,
so still not will be 85% in the South.
So let's be somehow conservative and say,
80.
let's give him
80-20.
Yeah, let's say 85, 80-20. The difference from the Southeast, in as much as you may think the Southeast is small counties, but if you put all of it together and get about 300,000 votes, or let's be somehow, stupid to say, well, total vote, let's put it around 240,000 votes because of low turnout, or maybe 220,000 votes. And George Weah got 80% of 200,000 votes. That means we'll be talking about 180,000 votes, right? I'm not too good with math off here, but I'm just trying my best. It means that George Weah, if you give George Weah 80% of 240,000 votes, you might as well be around, anywhere around 180 or something. So that difference is too high, and that can cancel a whole lot. That could cancel the difference, because if you're getting 30% in Lofa and close to 30% in in Nimba, and winning in Bond County. To be honest, it will be tough for Unity Party to overcome that number. And I was seriously concerned today. And if you are a Unity Party person, you should be concerned for the fact that Grand Crew was not announced today. I am not suggesting that something fishy is going on. I'm not suggesting that something crazy happened, but they said the people started counting the number today at 2 p.m. That's what the Election Commission person says. So assuming that Grand Crew is counted tomorrow, and then Jowea somehow cancel out the margin that we are seeing right now, the 5,000 and change margin we are seeing right now, and Jowea potentially take the lead in the counting, do you think Joseph Barker can come back and catch up? Jose Lemong, if at all, Jowea take over tomorrow? Because I can tell you, I want to agree with you that we may not get the result, the entire result by
Friday.
I was even told last night, depending on the mood, depending on the tension, depending on what is going on, in the around country, the movement of the citizens, the level of excitement, the anxiety, and how they're going to receive the information that will give them an idea as to how to go about announcing the numbers. So if at all, the soonest they can actually give these numbers will be around, the earlier will be Friday, but it could go up to Sunday or Monday of next week. That's what I was informed. I'm not sure if that information is correct. But I was asking you, let's say tomorrow, the first round, it happened. We saw George Weah receiving about, less vote in the first 2 days of the count. But then the numbers was kind of shrinking. And then at the end of the day, George Weah took over and ended up being the winner of the first round. Let's say tomorrow, after tomorrow, and then Grand Crew is counted. In other county, we see a lot of improvement in other area wherein George Weah take over the lead. Do you think Joseph Barker can come and catch up?
Second,
Yes,
in these
sir.
elections, I'm not looking at, we all know how the Southeast is going to vote on average. So even though the numbers are not being reported from Grand Crew, but we all know how it's going to end up. But Grand Crew is not a deciding factor in this election. But if you're looking at her size in terms of number as an individual counting, this is how I look at the election from first round. Simple matter. The matter is very simple. CDC kept it tight in Monserrado County because you cannot let the margin to spread in Monserrado County if you have a chance of winning. By virtue of the fact that Monserrado County constitutes 31 to 32% of all the electorate, 1/3 of all the voters. Okay, the total number of votes from all the southeastern counties combined, that's exactly what you're getting in Nema County, right? So technically, the southeastern county will cancel out Nema County. That's just why it is. So the Goya here, the average between Nema and Lofa County for CDC was anywhere between 21 to 22%. So if CDC is going to bump it up to at least 30% in those two counties, they are in a better shape. Because one thing people are failing to realize, Grand Bassa County got more than 100,000 voters as well. So they are considered a bigger county. And Georgia is run the table by 60 to 40. So it means the excess from Grand Bassa County can cancel up anything you will get from Bombing, Cape May, and Bapolo. You saying it? That is, if we assuming that Joseph Boaga going to win those counties with the same margin he won in first round, by virtue of Grand Bassa County size, they can cancel out Bapolu, Bombing, and Grand Cape Mount County. Then yeah, it's another thing. Another bigger county is Bond County. In Georgia, led by almost 8% or 7% in round number one. Now the number is telling us it's 10%. It's one that is the third largest county. That alone can put you on the finish line. That is why I'm telling you, if that 15% or your 19% hold in Monserrado County as the margin, then Joseph Boaga is the next person of Liberia. But I know that is a lie. I know that for sure it will not happen. That's not the
Well,
case.
anyway, thank you so much. Let me welcome Steve and Saros. I don't know why. I don't know they plan to come together, but yeah, gentlemen, welcome again. Steve and Saros. Now that we have the first results from the National Elections Commission, now we are less than 1% between the two. Less than 1 percentage point from the jubilance of yesterday, the jubilations yesterday, in this morning, where Yaka Kolba with some people. I'm happy that I did not hear a report of any clashes or any arrest or anything, allowing them to do whatever they want to do to jubilate the dance until they got tired to go home. If that's the case, I'm happy. And I think the Liberian government being smart and being intelligent enough to have allowed the people to go out to do whatever they want to do without harming anybody. Then they got tired to go home. However, if the Yeka Kolwa and other people are dancing on the street, that they have won the election, and then NEC reporting showing that we have less than 1 percentage point between them. So what do you think are their reliance when it comes to proclaiming victory, that they have already won the election? I mean, what are they depending on, Steve and Saros? Anybody can go first.
Sorry, you won't go?
Ground crew is yet to be counted.
Okay, well, let me go because Cyrus seems to be.
Yeah, Cyrus' line is tripping. He's not even hearing us.
I don't know what my network. I can hear you, but my network kind of just acting up.
I think
you can hear me, Mr. Kane?
We can hear you. I think you need to, after the show today, you need to somehow refresh your phone, or maybe try to do something about updating the phone. If it's an iPhone, it's easy, you can update it. Then it will change a lot of stuff. Yeah, but if you can hear, I'll go ahead and tell. Did you hear the question?
No. Yes, I did hear the question. Yes, I heard you. Again, thank you. Good evening to you, Mr. Kane, my boss, Steve, and my own big brother, namesake, President Monk, Cyrus, and to all of our SKTV viewers and Liberians across Liberia and out of Liberia. And I agreed with my big brother, Steve, to tell you that Liberians are the most beautiful people on earth, and there is no argument about that.
Yeah.
Mr. Kane, Mr. Kane, in regards to your question, people are just, celebrating, and in fact, that is against NEC law. Today, the commissioner spoke on that. I guess they were watching SKTV earlier on this afternoon because I went to collect the news and, get the views of all Liberians, both the Unity Party and the CDC, in regards to how they feel, what their reaction, and how they see the process, and what is the driving force behind their optimism and these celebrations. I think, for me, in my opinion, it's completely wrong. And the Unity Party, more especially in this regard, is doing this to create a perception in the minds of the Liberian people that they have won. They are looking for a ground to stand on when the CDC wins, or when they feel that they don't win. And when the CDC win, they're looking for ground to stand on that, yes, we won. It's absolutely wrong. That should not be it because it has the propensity to cause chaos in the country. The United Party is saying CDC, they are winning, they have all the records. And in fact, all of those numbers that were announced on both Spoon FM and some of the media outlets were in the numbers that were announced by NEC today. So it's completely is wrong, is a post threat to the peace of our country, especially with Liberia having a fragile peace. So I think they do need a disease from that. But the United Party is creating this particular, they're doing this as a perception, the United Party is good at propaganda. Nobody is talking for the CDC here, but they are good at propaganda. And this is part of some of their propaganda to have a ground to reject whatever result that NEC will come up with in the final result, to say, yes, we do not accept the result because we believe we already won and NEC has changed the result, which is completely wrong.
So I'm sorry, just something breaking here. Somebody said, one of the supporters of the Unity Party said on Facebook that the Executive Mansion website is down. And I just went there. I'm there right now. That is a blatant lie. The Executive Mansion website is up, and I'm looking at it right now as we speak. So, some of this lie can really get to me. Why should people lie on non-issue? For what? What is the intent?
Well,
Steve, man.
Well, let me start off first by greeting our people. Good to be back on SKTV. Um, Let me remind us that the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. But like Sarah said, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. That's just a fact. Even though some of them will be very few days, without anything, they will still put their together, they don't own, and they are still beautiful, even in their vestation. I agree with Sarah that people are trying to create a perception and an illusion, and that in itself is a problem. But above that, people already started looking for people who they would blame and target. For example, we see it, people come to watch us or listen to us, and some of them are even going as far now of accusing us as being paid by the government, and we were the government, and we do the one for the government or whatever not, right? That is the right to say that. That is the right to believe that. But the fact that they can't even accept the reality that is at hand, they would rather go somewhere where people will see their egos and their lies and their perception and the propaganda, such as whether it's Spoon or other places, where they're not telling them what's factual and what's reality. It's a problem in itself, Mr. Kenneth. It is an inherent problem. And so this is disturbing. This is problematic.
Steve, not to cut you off, I just try to prove what I said. Somebody said on Facebook that the Executive Mansion website is off, it's down. I just posted the Executive Mansion website on our screen for you to see it. It is there, it is functioning. I'm not doing this for CDC. I'm not doing it for anybody. I just try to somehow diffuse some of the lies and deception that people continue to put out there. Those kind of things now is not good. I mean, I don't know the purpose of these lies, but go ahead, Steve. I don't want people to see the stuff projection on the screen, then they don't know exactly what it is. This is the Executive Mansion website. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, in all honesty, I think where we are now, from both sides of the aisle, like I said yesterday, I would highly encourage President George Weah and Jose Yuman Boaga to come out and speak to their supporters to leave the streets. No one should celebrate. No one should bring out any kind of celebration. Let everybody stay home until the results are given by NEC and everything is cleared out before people can celebrate. I think that will be prudent, that will be helpful, that will come from nerves. It will be strategic, pragmatic, and it will mitigate or prevent some chaos and some problems. I say this as a Liberian, in all honesty, both parties should stay away from the pre-celebration. It's not a good strategy. It's not a good thing. They should disengage. They should. And both parties should listen to net, because people have their own stations that they go to where they amp them up. They create this false illusion and enthusiasm in them. But Mr. Kane, like I said last night, I'm not interested in all of these drop in the bucket. This is meant to keep you anxious, meant to keep some of you on your feet, worried, scared, and so forth. I'm interested in the final result. Who will win? And by all indications, say as CDC may have support John Weah, it's a business. I know I can support John Weah. I know I'm not supporting John Weah. I know I can support Joseph Boakai. I know I'm not supporting Joseph Boakai. I've said it from day one. In these elections, I've never supported anybody. So when you say I'm supporting John Weah because we point out the facts, and your business. For example, Mr. Kane, I would be worried if I were Unity Party, wherein CDC is matching us in our stronghold. It's concerning. That 1 point, I don't know how many percentage that the Unity Party is leading with. We saw the picture already. It was already in round one. We saw the same picture in round one. People don't just pay attention. We saw the same photo, the same show. We saw it in round one how it ended. Again, I'm not carried away by all these small things. I know the end result. And that's why we are offered. We, the Agree Association. I'm a member of the We Agree Association. We are also starting from today. We agree with the result from that. And this association, we agree to any result, because we agree that first round nothing happened now. We agree that Apeton number one real. We agree that Cummings got 1%. We agree that Tawan Gongo got nothing. We agree. And we agree to go to second round. So we will agree to the results and we will move on with life. That's what I wanted Liberian people to know. Let us agree. And then 1% at Unity Party leaving, it doesn't put them in a good place, to be very honest. If you know math,
yes, sir.
You know what?
Let me just add on to what Steve just said. And you know another theory or another premise that make that so-called 19 or 18% lead in Montserrat County is a blatant lie. You know why I would say that? If Montserrat County make up for 1/3 of all the voters in Liberia, right? And Montserrat County is reporting up to 27% of all the numbers. That's a good number, right? But they are still telling you that Joseph Boakai and Georgia is in the statistical top. If there is any sound of
so based on what was reported today from Montserrat, do we have the number on that?
Montserrat County is 47 to 53. It gets a 6 percentage point difference between the two.
Okay,
that's what I'm telling you. If
so
that they lead,
that kind of refute whatever.
I'm not telling you, Sekou. There's SKTV. We do analysis. We do real numbers here. We don't do sentiment here. We will tell our listener anything that is a lie. It is a lie. They are important. Numbers is not history or sociology. It's numbers. It's a universal language. It does not lie. If you tell me that 1/3 of all the votes is reporting from Montserrat County, and they tell you that nationally they are almost tied, then you tell me that Unity Party has a 17 to 18% lead. If there is an 18% lead in Montserrat County, the election is over.
Yeah, that doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up.
Yeah,
that's another lie. But go ahead, Sekou. You are saying something. I got one of the. I didn't want
no. It was Steve actually talking. So. Go ahead. Yeah.
Let me make this other point. To our brothers and our sisters who, whether you are in the Unity Party or the CDC, let me say this to you. This election will have a winner. You will live with the results. We will all live with the results. And we will live with the consequences of the results. This is reality. Wake up from sleep. We told you before, if you pawn your home to support a certain party for this election because they will win and give you something, put your life together. We told you to go and take your home back. You know, listen. If you left your girlfriend, Mr. Kanye, what's going on?
We're hearing you. Just talk, my man.
No,
Yeah, let me see your face. Your face is let me do that.
yeah, I'm distracted by this.
No, you shouldn't be distracted by that. Anytime something go on the screen, I think we want people to see something, but it doesn't mean that you should stop talking. Go ahead.
So many of you who we warned from the beginning, whether you're in CBC or whatever, to not bet your life, to not bet your savings, to not bet your money. This is politics. You know, listen to us. The reality now come. Today that is 16. When we offer, we agree to the result. We move on. Labro will not burn. All the things you're hearing, Labro will burn down with that lie. They lie to you. And some of the BB people take money. When they take money, we bring a new answer. They take money. Yeah, they take money.
So Cyrus from Liberia, what's going on there right now? What are you seeing? What is the mood over there in Liberia? What's going on, man?
So,
I mean,
so
after
Mr. Cannon today,
the next result today, what's going on?
after next results, a lot of the Unity Party folks, you know, like some of my friends that I know, personally from the Unity Party, telling me I should call them to congratulate them, and it's just funny. And Mr. Cannon, like I said previously, this is not a fun anymore. This is not a joke. The people, they are not joking with this, and this, you know, threatening the fragile peace that we are enjoying. With the kind of enthusiasm, the kind of optimism they have towards the process that they are automatically a winner. That means if next announces any result that is not in accordance to the illusion, it will be a serious chaos. Today, SKTV were on, and I interviewed a couple of people, both the CDC and the United Party, and I can clearly tell you that the city is now portraying herself more mature in the process here, because a lot of the guys that were interviewed, not even a lot of them, literate as compared to the guys that were interviewed from the United Party angle that are literate, that are portraying this so much violence and entitlement, and believe that when they don't win the election, that indeed the word of their standard bearer should come to pass, that the country should end. It's completely bad. It's scary. It's putting fear inciting fears in Liberian, and I think they need to stop. And I think it was because of SKTV today. Manalasana Dave Brown, she said that the Minister of Justice now should to get to work, because I get a lot of people are watching the live today. They should get to work, and because of their kind of insinuation from the United Party that they already won the election before the National Election Commission, official result. The Minister of Justice should get to work and make sure and get people arrested for inciting, instigating violence, because this alone, it has the propensity to cause violence in the country, where you already make the people to believe that they've already won the election, and obviously once NEC come up with its official result, then it will be chaos, because they would definitely not accept, and people would take to the street and they will start to do different things. And we know how Liberia is at the very young stage when it comes to our democracy and the peace of the country. Even the security alone, we don't even have good security, no good logistics, but our people continue to incite fear. Like today, Siwa, Honorable Yeke, and other people were doing, creating the panic in Liberians. So, creating that kind of atmosphere that you've already won the election when NEC have not come up with a final results. So far, that's it. Today, I was at CEO Kerry Street. I spent like two hour plus there talking to Liberians. From some of them agreed and committed themselves to protecting the peace and agreeing to whatever result. But a lot of folks from the United Party, you can go and watch that video. A lot of folks, they are not clear in their answers. that as to whether they will accept the result if they come up with the final result. Because why? Most of their leaders have already created this in their mind. This, they have already insinuated they living in a world of illusion that they already won the election. So for this reason, it'll be very reasonable. And Liberian men, once they put something up here in their mind to get it off, it's very difficult, Mr. Khan. So that's why I'm falling on the ground here for now.
Boy, I think it should be on both sides because this thing started with unit. I mean, with CDC.
Yeah, CDC started. That's
CDC
all.
started
That's what I'm gonna say. CDC
from
started last night.
Last night from the borough and so many different places. The interviews about they are like, you know what?
Actually, they started from Nukutan.
Yeah, that's why I said the borough.
Mm-hmm.
Borough of Nukutan. I saw them
right.
And the interview. One of the guy that was jubilating, like he gave an excuse saying, "Oh, we are not celebrating. We're not celebrating. Making the case that we have won already. It's just that we are." Liking the numbers that come out, I say, but still, bro, people are not going to interpret it that way. It still don't make sense. You want both sides to exercise restraint, especially for CDC because they are the ruling party. They represent the entire country. So I think Yeke Kolba just saying anything you can do, I can do better. So if you guys going to start it, then I might as well end it. But both sides should exercise restraint. I think that at this stage, the peace and stability of the country is more important than even the election results. So people got to keep calm. There is no tear around. So people that are having this anxious moment that are expressing anxiety, there is no need for that. It's just a matter of when. It's not if your candidate is going to win. If he or she is going to win, there will be a winner. There will be no tear around. So just relax. Take your orange juice or cup of water or coffee and just wait for the day. I don't know why people can make things so complicated. Life is so easy. Just relax. There is no tear around. So it means there will be a winner automatically in round number 2. And we're already in round number 2. So why make things complicated? Just sit home. Let people go about their normal business. Go to your work. Go to your school or whatsoever, to the bank and whatsoever you can do. And that's it.
So, folks, we're going to open the line here. You can call in and tell us what you think, who you think is winning, and based on what. Maybe you know something that we don't know. We are speaking based on the facts available to us, but we are not too big to learn. And we want to say thank you to all of you for continuing to follow SKTV. And do not forget to support SKTV as always. When you come here, we always ask people for their support. That making our job easy for us back in Liberia is that you helping us help you. You help us. We go out there, we find the information, we bring it to you. We have our guys out there every day, having sleepless night and making all efforts to make sure we bring you the facts. And yesterday everybody were kind of talking. Everybody were going up and down, people reporting this and that. SKTV, we cannot remain quiet. We remain resolute in carrying on what we do best. At the end of the day, we provided you some information yesterday, and we are doing the same thing tonight or this evening, depending where you are. We are not just an independent institution, but we are self-funded. Nobody doing anything for us except for our friends who are on here that we chip in 1 or 2 cents to somehow supplement our effort. And we do everything from pocket. We carry ourselves. We do everything for ourselves. Unless those of you who oftentimes contribute $20, $10, and $5 to SKTV to facilitate some of the good things that we are doing for the Liberian people. Don't forget to support SKTV. Before we start to take calls, Saros in Liberia and the Brazilian monk here. Say tomorrow, we have at least about 50 because the lady said yesterday, you never know, maybe by tomorrow we'll get you up to 50%. But tomorrow, do you think we'll be able to actually deduce or somehow tell as to who is winning based on tomorrow? If we got to 50%?
If we got to 50%, you can tell, you will see clearly who will start winning or who will start making the case for winning. You will start seeing something, you will start seeing the picture. You're almost like building a puzzle piece and they give you a piece of elephant, they got a head, they got the legs. And when you start putting the legs together, it looks funny, but when the major pieces start coming in, the tail and thing, then you can tell how the hair is going to look like. So if we can get to the 45 or 50% mark, you will start seeing some national trend. You will start seeing what's happening. You will know who's playing who's else's backyard. That's just what it is. And that's all I'm looking for in this election. I only want to see who is putting up a fight in their opponent's backyard, and that will be enough to tell you how the number is going to go. Because it's a popular vote. I tell folks all the time, there is not electoral college. You cannot tell exactly where the numbers are coming from, but at 50% reporting, you will start to make a sense of it, and you can be able to make your own projection. But SKTV will go to 100% because it's a
Yep.
popular vote. To tell you that more than 1 million people can vote and the difference for only 7,000, then you want to wait until 95 to 100% is reported, because we are not going to make premature projection here to ruin SKTV business model and reputation, because it's not only the reputation, it's your business model, fairness, and giving the number as it is. So
Right.
nobody's going to
Yep.
change that. We're not going to change a referee in the middle of the game. I mean, if you build that reputation, you cannot destroy it.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
so we will wait until everything comes in. 100% reporting, because 7,000 different between two major candidates for
Yeah.
a whole first round with a high participation rate, then it tells you that this election is going to the wire until you want to wait. 50% said, like the 50% will only give you a clue as to what happening, but still we won't be able to make projection on the show because it's too close to call. In the first round, it's just a testament to that effect. You don't want to rush anything there, just wait. There will be a winner either way.
So this person, Lawrence Doe, and we just do this as an exception today. You ask that you want to come on. We don't know you like that. Maybe you have something that we don't know. Maybe you have
Yep.
information to share with SKTV and our viewing public. So I've sent you the link. Lawrence Doe. The name is now fully spelled, but I believe it's Lawrence. The person kind of like using Lawrac. I believe it's Lawrence. The full name is spelled correctly, and the last name is Doe, Doe. So if you are watching, I've sent you the link to your Facebook Messenger. So you ask how do people participate. You want to come on here? We don't know what you have in store. You are more than welcome to join us. So, Saros, if you have something to say about the questions, if not, we'll start taking calls. But you know what? Do that. Let me take a moment to grab some real quick while you answer the question.
So, but Mr. Cannon, basically, there's nothing because my chief, President Mo, has already said it. We can SKTV will not come out here to say who will be in the lead until election commission come up with its final verdict, especially with the 50%. But again, that's a very 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 good statistic to look at when you're looking at like President Mo said. Let me just I literally relaying like looking in taking into consideration who is leading who back here. They haven't gone to the south easier, but then to where United Party got stronghold, looking at the fact that CDC is coming out of that place with numbers, or and looking at the fact that the United Party is coming out, with numbers as well from CDC background, then you can make a final, verdict on as to who is in the lead. But until then, SKTV will just remain, stay to her credibility, and we will continue. We just have to keep informing the Liberian people, and and wait for next until tomorrow. So, Chief, I know you want to say something. President Moore, you there?
Hello?
So yeah, folks, since they are not there and my chief is not here, let me just use this. Yeah, are you there?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
here. Sorry, my phone. I muted myself.
Yeah. You hear? I can hear you.
Yeah, that's it. People gotta wait, man.
Mr. Khan is now on the show. He said you want to grab something.
Yeah, you just said it all. People need to wait. The numbers will come in. Nobody gonna make premature projection here. It won't even be fair to the audience and Liberian people in general. You want to wait. First round result. I told Sekou earlier, you can fool me twice. You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. We saw what happened in round number one. We all knew the whole process. We've been saying it from day one to make the impression that this thing is neck and neck. Then why would you want to jump the gun in the second round? You just maintain the same discipline you exhibited in round number one and just wait to the end because it was too close to call. 7,000 vote different. out of 1 point something million people voting. So you don't want to make that mistake to make any projection or declare a winner. Even if there is a trend that has been established that one side is winning, you want it to go to the very, very end. That's it. Because it could be few percentage points that could tilt it in one person's direction. That's just about it.
So yes, thank you guys. So we will open the line. The lines are open. You can call in and tell us who you think is winning and why you think the person is winning. Based on what we know, based on information available to us, we just told you exactly what is the possibility and who we think who. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Musa Statistician, and I'm calling from Phoenix, Arizona.
Musa Statistician?
Yeah.
All right.
Phoenix,
Musa,
Arizona.
okay, Musa, welcome to SKTV.
Thank you so much. Let me say thank you ever so much, you guys in studios, for actually updating Liberian people on the kind of credible information that we have here. And I also want to tell the Liberian people thank you for going out there to exercise our constitutional right, which is a very good thing. But I want to disagree with Cyrus a little bit. You know, I heard Cyrus saying it's not right to give out this resort, and it has the potential to cause chaos, which of course I agree with him. But now, if you want to make a clear analysis, you should don't be one side, don't be biased. Instead of you with the unity party, not result that are not right, which of course I agree. Why don't you condemn the city yesterday for getting into the most 16 celebration of pre-early result, which is wrong. So if you cannot condemn the sedition yesterday for doing an early pre-victory start in District 16, you can't have the same moral guys to come here and criticize the unity party for calling on their result they have on the television when it clearly says on official result. So if you want to do an analysis as a journalist, you should do a balanced equation to the dialogue. You know, we don't want chaos. We want a free and fair election, and we condemn whatever pre-early victory on the national election official can be as now. So if you want to condemn it from the both angles, not just one party.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe Saros will respond to it, but thank you so much.
All right.
Saros, you have something to say about that? Saros, are you listening?
Yes, Mr. Kane. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm here. To the brother there, you make a very good point, and to you, Chief, I am not on the side of the United Party. I am an SKTV lead reporter, and what I see is what I report. And let me tell you, on the side of CDC, I support no one in his runoff. I remain neutral in this process because I don't believe in the two people. I believe that the two people are very bad choices for Liberia and will make no difference. I do condemn the CDC as well, that they're not even supposed to take the street or to celebrate. Both the United Party, the only reason you see me keep striking on the United Party is because I'm on the ground here and the thing is glaring. The way they continue to show that showmanship or entitlement to winning and continue to, incite, instigate violence, or with not accepting the result, creating this illusion, creating already a preconceived mind that they have already won the election. So for this reason, if any result that comes from National Election Commission will be rejected, then that's exactly what I'm saying. They should stop, because it is not helping us and our peace is on the line. And the only thing, Liberia, let me tell you, Liberia is the only country we have. In order to do what SKTV is doing, in order for me to even go on the feed and come here all the time and say, we got to do it in peace. But with this kind of thing that are going on, where you're seeing a lot of people on Facebook making any kind of remarks, it's not good, even both with the CDC as well. But I see that I'm on ground. I see that the CDC is being more relaxed from last night. Since last night, the CDC has quieted down. I passed to the headquarters of the CDC just this evening. They have quieted down. But the United Party consistently, showing this showmanship of already being a winner, and which is wrong. We have to wait for NEC.
Thank you.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, let's take the next caller.
So, yeah, Mr.
Caller,
Kane.
what is your name? What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Lawrence. I'm calling from Dover, Delaware. Thank you for allowing me to be on your platform today.
For sure. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Who's winning?
I
And why do you think so?
Yeah, thanks for you guys, because you're being mutual. Let me say this, because I've been following other platforms in Liberia today, but it's like some platform on CDC side, other platform, Unity Party, more especially the platform they call it the biggest platform in Liberia. Spoon. I always call it UP Talk now. UP Talk and TV. But let us who talk, so we all should wait and wait for next result. We're not leading that everybody keep calm and focus. Because even if anybody win, we all live with them. While the trailer go up, I will always live with it. But one thing I should tell the Unity Party people, you have for us for 12 years. We are doing nothing. You are manageable. We are tangible. Now we see intangibles. You want people to leave tangibles? No, they will not do it. So you just forget about it. So thank you. This man. Little advice I get to give to Liberians out there. Let it keep sound till they get a result. Thank you. And you guys continue doing your work and remain mutual and balance the argument and everything. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. So, caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? 292 number, last 4 DJ 4224.
Yes, good afternoon, Sekou. This is Napoleon Soso. I'm calling from Los Angeles.
Napoleon, welcome.
Yeah, you see, something is wrong with our friends within the Unity Party.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after the elections, results are coming in and they are jubilating, getting all in the street. They think that they can cause chaos in that country, but they won't happen. Because I believe that George Weah have won these elections. We have friends in the Southeast, and we are talking to them. We have friends in other places that are, tabulating all these scholarships. And we know that George Weah have won this election. But they should start having their people under the impression that they have already won the election.
So why you think Joe already won the election and you don't want other people to think that they won the election?
No, the problem you can wait and be patient because we have an institution that's supposed to pronounce, the winner.
Mm-hmm.
So as CDC is doing, they are behaving maturely. They don't want to get in the street and start jubilating.
The CDC started first last night.
Yes, there was just few guys, but we told them to be calm, and they are calm now.
Okay.
But you saw what happened when the Unity Party just took the street, overcrowd, put other people into jeopardy. That there's a late guy that was going to hospital this morning, and because of traffic, I think I was told that the labor passed because of, the chaos that was created by Yeke Kolubade. And I believe that if Joe Weah wins this time around, he should bring the walk around court. So some of these guys, we can put them away.
Thank you. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? 267 number, last 4 DJ 9958.
Don't Alan, you know this number here. Don't try. This is Henry.
Henry, Brisbane?
Yeah.
My man, move for you, man. How long since you went away? I don't even know your number anymore. What's going on, man? What's going on, my brother? All right, what's going on, brother? What's going on?
Okay.
How you doing, my brother?
Well, my man, for me, let me say thank you to you. A lot of improvement because we start on the cell phone.
I know.
Okay.
That's the time I remember your face on the cell phone.
Yeah.
They may who used to come on the show and give me hard time money everybody.
Yeah, I want to thank you, but first of all, you and my big Musa, you are persistent and consistent. Nobody thought you were going to reach that far, but you made it. But let me just advise the both sides. And even I can be for the other side, but we in the advanced country, let us be kind and quiet. If anybody take it, they take it. We shouldn't allow violent people jumping on the street doing things that are right. It will support our democracy. So I'm appealing to the Unity Party, the CDC, that everybody be calm. If you win, you will get it. If you lose, you go. So thank you, my man, and continue the good job.
Thank you. Yeah, so folks, keep calling. We will take your call. I think we are getting some information, but we don't just process information right off the back. Sometimes we got information, we like to discuss it behind the scene, then we can make sure it's authentic, then we can share with our people. I'd like to take some calls here. Caller, what is your name and where you calling for? This look like Sharif.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, am I live now?
Yeah, live with SKTV. Sharif, go ahead.
Thank you, Brother Sekou. Brother Sekou, based on the information we're seeing, this is not confirmed, and I urge every Liberian to be kind and cool, because the peace is paramount. But based on the results we've seen so far and hearing from various counties, look, Brother Sekou, yes, the NEC is, has been given the power by Constitution to announce the final result, but you can tell. However, I would just urge everybody to stay calm. But CDC not finished with it yet, man. They told us, CDC swallow the whole thing. On to that.
What? CDC swallow it. Then some boone you can swallow it. Can get stuck in your throat. Now I want the boone you can swallow.
No, I don't know about swallowing, bro.
So boone you can just lick it, but swallowing the bar. I don't know about that. So they put okra on there. Lily, you got a lily. Yeah, they put lily. Lily can be more slippery than okra.
Again, we respect the law because listen, I would just urge every citizen to just respect the law, and because they are the sitting government. Those guys, like what I saw today, it's just to sue, to just plot and create a scene that everybody would think that, oh yeah, you be actually carrying. Everyone would feel that, oh yeah, somebody got cheating. Look, in my lifetime, this is one of the elections that I've watched by myself. Like, like Roseko, you're saying you know our age now. When you subtract 10 years or 20 years from now, you will nothing. During those days, 2005, but with God's running a regime, I was scared from the very beginning of this process. I said they control going into chaos. But the first one came in pass. The second one, nothing will scare anybody, man. I am so happy that the election went free and fair, the second term, and the UB, they're going to take it. This is not nothing. We are seeing the result. Yes, the last time I was listening to that show, I'm not going to say 3 a.m. when you're the RNT finish. In the air, you keep scratching your head. But I'm baby. When the thing is, the minute swallow it, there's no way the minute can come here back.
Okay. All right, thank you. So there's nothing left to lake. They already swallow everything. All right, my brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. So some boone there, you swallow it, got stuck in your throat. But I don't know what they want. You got okra on this one. You got lily on this, and not even okra. Caller, what is your name and where you call? I think this is my friend Ben here. Ben from Minnesota, aka Undercover Sedition. What's up, my brother? How you doing, man? I mean, let me thank you publicly, man, to everybody. This guy, one of the most consistent and supporter of S. No, my man, I gotta say, you are very consistent with supporting SKTV. And your Uber, even though you're Undercover Sedition, but you support SKTV 100%. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, did they give more than 20% of the results in Monserrato yet?
I think Brazilian won't say a little over 20%. I'm not sure. Okay. Let me see what we have. Somebody just sent something to me.
Monserrato County is 27% of the total vote reported.
Yeah, so
27% Monserrato County.
Yeah, Monserrato County, I think they say 27%.
Yep.
Okay, so I left the show and I just came by here. But if Monserrato have 27% and the guys on EP are saying that they are here like 10-15%, then I think the election should be over technically. But let's go to the other day. Here's the other thing that is confusing me. Both parties did not have, I want to believe they did not have pool washer to all of the various politicians. They didn't have it.
That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. I'm not sure. You people say they have pool washer everywhere.
They did not have.
No, you people say they have pool washer everywhere. That's how they managed to get Italian ships.
You know why I know they don't have all of their food papers?
No.
If from yesterday up to this time, Amara is one new reporter even is so inaccurate, but they were around 50 something. So all of them, look, it can take you 1 full day, and you can know exactly if you want this election or not. Both parties do not have it. They will all, at the end of the day, rely on the election commission for a lot of votes that they don't even know where. There are a lot of different things. I mean, these people are not even aware. So this thing will end up leaving in the hands of the election commission to make the final decision. And good luck.
Yeah, but something anyway, Ben. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let me say this to our viewers and my colleagues on here. We have some, one of our people, try to put the numbers together. That out of our the first result, out of our 1,300, of 1,315 of the 5,890 polling places, 22.33% of the total vote. So that's what typically reported. So somebody wanted to know what is the total vote for the entire country. We have about 5,890 polling places. Then they reported today 1,315. Let me say 1,315 polling places was reported out of 5,890. Of that constitute about 22.33% of the total vote, which gave Joseph Nima Boakai 193,041, and it gave President George Weah 187,615 vote, and that's the neck. And then in Bapolu, Joseph Nima Boakai 5,610, George Weah 4,507. So that means about 1,000 vote difference in Bapolu. Monsuaro, Joseph Nima Boakai 96,709. George Mane Weah 85,821. That means it's about 11,000, maybe less than 11,000, about 10,000 vote difference in Monsuaro. So if this is right, this somehow contradicts what we are hearing about the 19 percentage point within Monsuaro that the Unity Party people are claiming. That's what I was told last night. So Lofa County, 12,835 for Joseph Nima Boakai, 6,162 for President George Mane Weah. So it's almost like 6,000 vote different yet in Lofa. Maryland County, George Mane Weah 9,475 votes. Joseph Nima Boakai 2,000. So that brings
a chance the other vote already from
2,630. So that is exactly what we were talking about in first Brazilian monk, remember?
Yeah.
So that is almost 80%, a little bit over 80% for Maryland. 9,475 for George Manawia, then 2,600 and 30 for Joseph Boakai. River G County, Joseph Boakai, 2,094. George Weah, 5,772. You see that? So that is another 2,000 plus vote margin there. The other one has about 7,000 vote margin. This one, 2,000 vote margin. So if you look at that, then you come to Grand Julia. Grand Julia, Joseph Nima Boakai, 1,920. George Manawia, 15,681. So this one, just Grand Jury alone, cancel out the vote difference in Montreal. If you go by that, you see how the whole margin kind of shrink all the way. It brings them to less than 1 percentage point.
Yes,
Joseph Boakai still leading.
that's why I said.
So the reason why, so people kind of try to downplay the number from the Southeast, but I think they are very significant in bringing the margin down, or even giving Jowiah a potential lead. Grand Jury, we just mentioned Grand Jury. Grand Jury is 1,920 for Joseph Nima Boakai, 15,681 for George Manawia. Bon County, Joseph Nima Boakai, 12,204. George Manawia, 14,383. That means George Weah is winning Joseph Nima Boakai per neck result. About 2,000, a little bit over 2,000 votes. Nimba County, 25,360, Joseph Nima Boakai. George Weah, 8,536. So this is where George Weah is actually, Boakai is actually winning bigly. Even more than Lofa. Because Lofa margin is not that huge. Now, Grand Bassa County, small margin, the county. Joseph Nima Boakai, 784. George Weah, 1,172. Magibi County, Joseph Nima Boakai, 13,600. George Manawia, 10,099. 3,000 vote difference there for Joseph Nima Boakai. Bomi County, 8,071 for Joseph Nima Boakai. George Manawia, 4,759. Grand Cape Mount County. Remember Grand Cape Mount County, with all the people that are in the race, they both had about 15,000 votes and only 200 vote difference between Joseph Boakai, between George Weah and Joseph Nima Boakai. But Joseph Boakai was leading, led in the first round. River Sesh, Joseph Nima Boakai, 2,755 votes. George Manawia, 6,300. That's almost double more than double of what Joseph Nima Boakai got there.
It's almost 70 to 30 right now.
Yeah.
From the numbers.
So from the Southeast, most of the numbers are around. People did extremely well. Not only they sending out the numbers, but they're sending out the total vote, the total polling places. So, like after everything, 1,315 polling places out of 5,090. So that means if you look at the whole thing, only 1,000 plus being counted. Then we have a 5,000. We still have a 4,500, almost 4,500 left to be counted. So that means all the numbers that we are telling you here, they are just drip in the bucket. Because the total vote, if you put all of them together, is less than 500,000. Because it should be even less than 400,000. Because none of them even hit 200,000 votes. So that means we are around 380,000 votes. And it's only about, what is the percentage? 27%. I mean, what is it? Let me make sure again. 22%. So 22%, it means that we have about 78% outstanding vote. So it's premature for anybody to claim victory. And it doesn't make sense. And it doesn't help your supporters. It doesn't help them. People have to be careful. People have to be patient. From all indication, Joseph Boakai people, they have the right to be smiling, to be happy that they are in the lead, but it doesn't mean you have won. When you're leading, it's better to be leading, to be in front than to be behind in any election. That's a fact. It's always better to be in front than to be behind. But it doesn't give you the right to proclaim or to claim victory ahead of National Election Commission. And if you can calculate, if you don't just go by number, if you got sense to put numbers to, if you don't go by just the announcement or whatever you're saying, if you got sense to actually take 1 from 2, and plus minus, and calculate and see the possibility, do critical thinking, critical analysis, you will realize that, in fact, after George Weah winning in Nimba County, after winning 25,000 to 8,000, you know the difference there? That's almost like an 18,000 vote difference, or 17,000 vote different. But then after all that one, the difference between them that winning 5,000, you should know now that there are other areas that the man is canceling the big win that you are having. And there's no way that you can argue in the end that you were cheated. Because why? The number that you are celebrating right now, the numbers you're celebrating are the same number that are going to be announced. The same people that announced the first one that you're celebrating are the same people that are going to continue to announce to the end. So if you're happy with the one you have right now, be happy with it. Celebrate it in your house. Don't get on the street. Don't disturb other people. Don't violate other people's space. Allow everybody to move freely. At the end of the day, when NEC announces the final result, we should all respect that and call for calm, call for peace, and losers should congratulate winners. Or, let me now pluralize it. The loser, because when I say loser, I mean the Sidicians or UP people. But in this case, Joseph Boakai, if he loses, should be able to congratulate President Weah. President Weah too, if he is the loser, he should be able to call Joseph Boakai to congratulate him and tell their people that the way of the people has prevailed. People should accept the result for what it is and work together for a transition if Joseph Boakai wins. But the way you're looking, the way citizens are talking, they're not telling me if they win, though. They say when we win. They say when we win. Because they're not even saying if they win. They said they've already won this thing. But honestly speaking, from what I listened to yesterday, I could never imagine that when the results are announced today, there will be actually looking at less than 1 percentage point between the two of them. I thought it was over. I thought United Party, based on their own proclamation, based on their own announcement, based on their own war room reporting, I thought UP already, like my brother said, swallow something. So, President Mang,
Yes.
so what are you looking for tomorrow? Let's say we'll get at least 50% of the vote tomorrow. What you really want to see to determine as to who is actually winning?
It's very simple. We don't need to know what's happening in people's war room to know whether they did it. Our age, we watch what people do rather than what they say. So if you are in the CDC war room, the numbers that you got is for you. If you're in Unity Party or war room, you can motivate your supporters. But we know, like the scenario you just laid out, when you look at the numbers, it's supposed to be a blowout. Everybody wanted a blowout, but it's still telling you that you are just 1 percentage point between the two candidates.
Less than 1%.
Yeah, that is why there can be no need for pre-celebration. It makes no sense for you to celebrate this early. Second, no matter how or in which way NEC is going to drop the numbers, they will still have to adapt our model on SKTV. And we made it very simple. If you are CDC and you let Unity Party to run away with Montserrado County by anything over 10 to 15 percentage point, game over. CDC, if you fail to get at least 30% of the vote in Nima or Lofa, game over. Joseph Boakai, if you cannot put up a fight in the southeastern region and make it competitive in Bon County by virtue of a size, game over for you. CDC wins. And that's why we're seeing a trend to that, but it will be established by tomorrow, at least if we can get up to 50% of the vote. Because when people talk about CDC, the first thing that man run to Southeast, I said, no, it's not only the Southeast. Bon County is not part of the Southeast. Grand Bassa is not a Southeastern county. Riverside is not a Southeastern county. So if you look at the size of Grand Bassa and you look at the margin of victory from Bon, if Georgia are going to keep it anything above 10%, it means just the difference from either Bon County or Grand Bassa can wipe out the entire Western cluster, the difference in the vote. So CDC game plan will always want to keep it competitive in Montserrado County. They will want to run the table in the Southeast and stay competitive in Bon, Grand Bassa, and Riverside County. That is their path to victory. Joseph Nima Boakai, you want to keep CDC under 30% in both Nima and Lofa County and expand the margin a little bit in Montserrado County than the first round victory, because Montserrado County alone is almost 1/3 of the vote. So even a 6 or 7% or 10% lead in Montserrado, that's huge number by virtue of a size. It's just that simple. That's it.
Yeah, but
So
we still have more to be counted in
Yes.
Bon County.
In
Because
Bon
imagine out of our 555 polling place, they wouldn't count at 102.
Yeah.
So that's almost just about 10%.
And here's another thing, Sekou, I'm going to remind you, Amara posted something earlier today. That's why I know there will be another Delon in this race. Somebody will lie, and we know who will lie. He posted something, he said, update at 85% of all polling places. So of the 5,890 polling places, Unity Party people claim that they have 85% of all the tally sheet and the numbers. So because they got the numbers from 5,052 polling places reported in our situation room system. Joseph Boakai leads by 40,000 votes nationwide, but the result is still telling that they are less than 1 percentage point, despite the fact that they got the number from that war room. Okay, we will provide update by 7 p.m. today, unofficial but certified by NEC. Like I said, it will be another Delon, because if you are claiming you got 85% of your numbers in your computerized system already, and you got more than 40,000 votes, then you are telling us that Montserrado County is anything between 15 or 19%, either way you want to put it. for you, the election is supposed to be over. So I don't know how you will gather up to 85% of the data, and maybe the remaining 15% somehow is in limbo, in la la land. I don't know how you can marry the two, because election was just yesterday. So within the first few hours, you were able to gather more than 80% of all your tally sheets, and you know the total number of polling stations, and you know how much your candidate is leading by. But somehow, a little after a day, you're not coming up with the remaining 15%. That's why I expected that update from this morning, earlier this morning up to now. But it seems like the 15% is hard to put together than 85%. So somebody will screw up somewhere, and at the end of the day, we'll get to know the real.
I'm gonna say something. I just read the thing where you talk about.
Yeah.
And he said he was very precise with the number. He said 5,052 out of 5,890. So that means they get 85% of the total tally sheet. And he's saying that put them at the advantage of 40,910 votes nationwide. And he said that they will provide updates. And then he said the number that he gave is unofficial but certified by NEC record of the count or tally sheets.
No, what I'm saying is, when you look at
I want to ask you now, I want to understand that part. Where he said unofficial but certified by NEC record of counts / tally sheets. Does that mean the number he is giving is certified by NEC?
Yeah. He trying to say they were the ones stamped from the various polling station by NEC official. That's what he literally trying to say. I'm looking at the timeline from when he posted this, because if you, from yesterday, the poll closes at 6 o'clock, local time in Liberia, right? If looking at the time he made this post, if you can gather 85% of all the tally sheets in the country, it means you are only having an outstanding balance of 15. So from the time you made a post,
I think if this is true, then they should be able to declare.
They should be able to declare a winner. It's the same thing they did in round number one, and that's why I keep saying there will be another DeLong, because you cannot give me 85% of all the polling station result with your tally sheet stamped by NEC feature 85% within few hours, but somehow after a day or almost after a day, you cannot give me the remaining 15%. Something is not right.
No. He said by 7 o'clock they'll get update. Maybe. Yeah. By 7 o'clock, I think it's always 7 o'clock in Labrador, right?
That's 7 o'clock. We're 6 hours ahead.
It's 8:27. It's 8:27 p.m. here. And
maybe he will come out with the balance 15%.
Yeah. Just to add, I think this is the reason. And in fact, that is, I don't even think, but this is the sole reason of how optimism that they've already won 60% of the election. Because a lot of supporters today, if you go back to our SKTV interview today on the street, a lot of supporters with that kind of surety that they've already won. And some of the guys that I know today, according to them, Amakone has a system that is built even more than the NEC system. That is from the mouths of all of supporters of the Unity Party, and they believe that they already got 60% of the vote. So this is the reason, and this is where the surety keep coming from, that they believe that they already won.
Well, I mean, like Sarah said, if they were able to accumulate 85% in few hours, less than 24 hours of the pool closing, less than 10 hours actually of the pool closing. So it is fair to say that they should be able to come up with a balance.
Well, 15%, it should just be a couple of hours later.
But then something actually just came to my mind. Saros, the Brazilian monk. I remember the by-election in Lofa County. Unity Party said they have 85% of the total tally sheet. 85%, seen as number, 85%. And they were reading the numbers on Spoon Network.
Yes.
I was the one that called one of the people that I know, that is a friend. I said, hey, you gotta stop. I said, why? So you guys are projecting as if Unity Party already won this election. He said, but what's going on? I said, cool, they put in, get a thing. I said, no. I said, that's not what I have. He said, what happened? I said, Councillor Jala won this election. They said, no, you're kidding. The person had to leave the camera, call some people and tell them, let's stop giving the number we are giving right now. Let's wait and see. At that time, Henry Costa was telling them that based on the tally sheet they have, that Unity Party Kennedy Kalakwa Kotima had won the election. Up to this day, this person can always say, cool. And you don't want to call me that day and say,
I don't want to tell you, right?
Yeah, and you don't want to tell me. I said, yeah. I said, so that's why on SKTV we don't just rush to give result. Sometimes it's not what you're reading, it's about what you can prove. So what happened? The balance, 15% that they said they didn't have, was the determining factor
that you're not getting the 15%
in the election. So let's look at the percentage in the whole number. If Amara Kone is saying that they have 85% and they are in the lead of 40,000 votes, how many votes does the 15% constitute? So if that's how CNN and ABC, AP, that's how they can do their projection. If they know they already have about 85% of the total vote, assuming one person carrying huge number of the 85% reported, then, of course, they will look at the margin that you are leading with. Then they look at the remaining 15% that is outstanding, and then they divide it based on trend, like one always say. They divide it based on trend. If the numbers are coming in, it's split 50-50 or 45-55 or 48-52. Then they will try to split that number based on that trend and add the possibility, you know what, okay, if this one's added to our number, there will be no way for the other person to come and reduce this 40,000 vote lead that we have. So based on that projection, there's no way the other person can come and pass you. So you can safely say we have won this thing. Based on what we have, we have won it. You don't have to wait for next anymore. It's right to say, it's right to say, declare to say, you know, we think we won this thing. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to just get on the street to do anything.
You don't have to get on the street, but you can make a projection.
You can make a projection. We think
we have won.
We have won this thing.
Yeah.
And you should be able to prove it. So I'm afraid Amara Kone could be a hero or something else.
Or he could be the net blue plastic bag.
No,
this
time around.
I'm not going to say the blue plastic bag because
This time
well, I'm not going to be the
hero, or he could be the next new plastic bag. And he
yeah, plastic bag. Maybe they'll call him war room. They'll call him war room hero or artist specialist. The nephew artist specialist.
I mean, if I think since you know the party people, they got the right to be excited, to be happy. But I'm not sure if this is actually, you know, real. Well, let me take a call here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Augustus Mongo.
Augustus Mongo, how are you?
Hey, let me catch you guys later. I will catch you guys in few
All right,
minutes.
my man. No problem, bro. Maybe we'll come on later on if we got more information. Maybe we'll do the midnight show today later on. Yeah, Augusta, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good. Yeah, I just wanted to give my 1-2 to the show.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, I'm looking at, this is what I've been observing since yesterday, especially when it comes to American research. When I was listening to your show yesterday, I think at a certain point of time, he said he has 20%, and Unity Party was in the league with 40,000 votes. And then by the end of the day, he said they have 60% of the vote in, and Unity Party is leading by 40,000 votes. And now he's saying that they have 85% of the vote in, and Unity Party is leading by the same
40,000.
So my concern is that, mathematically speaking, from 20%, 60%, 85%, number can increase, number can decrease, or that flat 40,000 vote just fix. How are they coming up with a number? It raised a red flag to me, especially for those of us that like to deal with numbers. Because it's impossible for you to have a constant lead of 40,000 votes from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, so without the number increasing or decreasing.
Yeah, without the number increasing or decreasing. So there may be some maybe a mathematical error in your part, in your analysis. So that is where one of my concerns came from. Secondly, I totally disagree with the idea for Sedition to start celebrating yesterday, and I also disagree with the idea for Unity Party to start celebrating today, because at the end of the day, the NEC is the final person that will give result. Yes, in the US, from what I observed, if people feel like they are winning, they celebrate indoor. They don't come on the street and make an announcement to do celebration. They do that celebration indoor. They share happiness indoor. They don't bring it on the street. And lastly, I don't know whether it was true, but one speaking called James Flomo, he posted on his page that it was on the executive mansion this morning that somebody posted that President Weah has won the election. He has a screenshot of it on his page of the executive mansion. I don't know whether that computer trick or not. But based on the CDC...
let me just say something about that. I'm on the executive mansion website right now. There is nothing absolutely as such on the website. The last information in last news posted on there was on Monday, the 13th of November, and that was about President Weah, international community hopeful for credible election, with their picture. Let me share it with you guys so you can see it. This is what we have on the website right now. This is the latest. You know, I want you guys to know exactly what I'm talking about here. See here, see the picture? See the website here? If you're on the screen, see the pictures here. And then the whole press release here all the way. That is the latest news information. You know, it's possible. I can create something similar in a minute, you know, to project the information, fake information. Everything is possible. As a matter of fact, nowadays, with applications being on cell phones, you can create anything. You can even create driver license. You can create green card, American green card, resident permit. You can create anything you want to create. It can never just be authentic. It can never be like a real stuff. It will be like fake stuff. But not everybody will be able to actually know whether or not it's fake. But I'm not saying it was fake. It's also possible that somebody from the CDC might have done it and could be advised to take it down.
That's exactly
that is also a possibility.
Yeah,
It's also a possibility somebody might have done it and then took it down. But what we do here on SKTV, we make sure we provide the current reality. For the website, it's not down. Somebody say, "Oh, why the website is down?" We went there immediately. The website is not down, and there's nothing like such. And what we don't see, we don't report.
Okay. Now, to conclude, I mean, I did not see as well. He just claimed that they put it up and then they took it down. But anyway, I'm seeing on CDC TV that they are winning. I'm also seeing on the other people there side that they are winning. But to conclude, based on this election, how you call it, based on the preliminary results from the NEC, I personally think that it's impossible for any candidate to win by 40,000 votes at the end of the day, especially with the first round. We had turnout. The maximum number that a candidate could get was 7,000.
7,000.
Now it's a low turnout, and the election is very competitive with 20. How you call it? I don't know what, 16% or 20% of the vote already in that we are seeing.
22%.
22% already in, and the margin is just, I think, about 500.
I think it's about 4,000.
4,000 votes, and then all of a sudden, one candidate will be winning by 40,000 votes at 85%. I think, and secondly, one of the issues is that they are not telling us, because when I'm watching the American election over here, especially what you are just saying, is that before they make a forecast, they will look at where the rest of the vote is left at.
Yeah.
And how much percentage based on the trend.
Yeah. How the vote from how the vote from that particular location is trending is trending. And then they will do the analysis based on the percentage plus minus, and then they say, okay, they say what could potentially be the outcome. And then even it might even tell, calculate to say, you know what, if the margin is so wide, let's hypothetically give the whole team to this other person who is behind. Still, if they know that person can catch up, then they'll make a projection.
Exactly so. Exactly.
That's how it works.
And at this very stage, maybe Spoon Network, I would say Spoon Network, are not even giving us data, but they're not giving us where the data is coming from and how they are deriving to the data. They're not even giving us how much total vote that came out. I mean, how much total vote they are using to make that calculation based on it. Just saying that, this person is leading by 40,000 votes, but they're not they're not giving us a total number of votes. Yeah. And they're not giving us any idea of what region and what location that vote is coming from and why the remaining of the 15% is left out. Whether it is still going to be in Lofa County or it's still in Nima County or in the southeast, nobody knows. So personally, I try not to believe two things. Yesterday, I was on the closing argument, and I saw them talking about just 1,000 votes, and they was, Judge, we are winning Lofa, Judge, we are winning Lofa. It's just 1,000 votes in the whole country of Lofa, and then you see this person winning, and you're taking us out of
Joe, I'm not sure Joe can win Lofa, but I think he can make a significant inroad. He can do well there, and that will even help him. But to assume that Joey can win Lofa, I'm not seeing the possibility.
Exactly. So, and they were showing on the graph that Joey gets 60%, Joseph Boakai gets 40%, only 1,000 votes total they were using. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes if you are looking at those things, you have to be realistic with the math.
My brother, that makes SKTV different from every other platform.
Yes.
We are not here to favor anybody over the other person when it comes to numbers. We just read to you what is available, and we also tell you what is possible. We don't just run for those things that people always run with. We don't do that. Other than that, we have some information, but until this information can be authenticated and can be also confirmed and certified by NEC, we will not come tell the public what's going on.
Exactly. So we have to be very careful.
Yeah, we got to be very careful. I personally, I went, my brother, when I posted on my personal page yesterday, I said it is over. And I know exactly why I'm saying it's over. I know exactly. But am I clothed with authority to come here and tell the Liberian people this person has won the election? No, that's not my job. We'll follow NEG, we'll follow the trend. But this is a very close election. Very, very close election.
Exactly so.
And I believe, and I know exactly, and I know exactly how it's going to end based on what information that I have. But I'm not here to tell anybody this person has won the election or not. The number that are available to us based on next reporting, let's base our analysis and information on that for now.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly
we can calculate the numbers. We can analyze the numbers. And you can be your own judge. You can be your own judge to know, well, maybe this person is winning. Based on what happened last night, I was thinking that Unity Party already won this election based on what they were saying. But then again, when Amakone came out with a number like 53 to 47%, we say here, but then if you look at this, looking at the margin of error, plus minus, then it's going to be statistically tight, very, very tight election. So people will always go and do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want to say. But I can tell you, this election is over. But we are not the one to tell you who won the election. My brother, thank you so much. Unless you have something else to say, you can conclude. Yeah, we'll let you go.
No, I just want to say I'm glad that you guys are able to be like realistic with people and telling exactly the clear pictures, because those platforms are just there to print certain picture in favor of certain interests, and it doesn't care about the negative consequences that it may have on society. But I tell you, thank you for you to try to make the balance.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, folks, once again, we want to say thank you. Let me check some real quick, as I don't want to leave without checking to tell you thank you. If anybody at all sent us anything, no, not yet. Not today. Not on that other cash I was looking at, and not even on what's on Zelle. Let me look at the last one that we caught a day. I don't want to leave without recognizing your efforts. Let me see this right here. Okay. Yes, so folks, thank you so much to everybody for following and supporting SKTV. Today we caught it a day. It was nice having all of you here. We've been here now for 2 hours and 32 minutes. I think that's enough. We always want to do at least 2 hours. But because we have a lot of people on here, want to call in, want to contribute, want to give their opinion on issues, want to also, educate us. If you continue to come on SKTV and you're not being educated, you're not being somehow versatile about our political process and electoral process in Liberia, then you need to really shine your eye, because we are here to educate you on a daily basis based on facts, not fabrications, not favoritism. We are here to provide you the information as authentic as they can be, so that at least you can tell somebody, oh yes, I heard this and I believe it. But not to those shenanigans and lying just to attract viewership. No, we don't do that. You come here, you want to be here, you hear the truth. You want to hear the facts, you come here. But you want to hear what you like? No. Oh, because we say nobody sent us anything, somebody not got vexed will say, but how come all the people come here, you can't spend all your time here? SKTV giving you all the information, you don't give anything. A person just say, oh, something. I'm not sure even how much it is, but I heard it not a sound. Oh, wow. The person said, no, $50. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you so very much. At least nobody gave up money today, but one person say, you know what? I will give you something. SKTV appreciate you. Thank you so very much for that donation to SKTV. We'll always be here. Like I said, we will always be here regardless. You support will be here. You don't support will be here. Guess what happened? the day of the election, when we asked that we needed support to support us, only 3 people. I think 3 people supported us, $20 and $25. Somebody in Liberia, that person that lives here, but the person went to Liberia to vote. The person followed. The person said, Sekou, send your people to come get $250 to help you guys facilitate, what you guys doing. That money didn't come to me here. They received the money there, they spread it on people for transportation, for data. It was not even enough, but we were very, very thankful and appreciative of that person, because that was like big bridge to cross us. It was great, to be honest with you. So like you saw it. You saw how our people were reporting from across the country, in Bonkante, in Margibi, in Nimba, and in Monsovaro, everywhere. We have people everywhere, but we cannot afford to accommodate everybody at the same time because the demand is too high to move around. And they did a business in Liberia. Not small thing. Sorrow that can come here and sit here. I know exactly how much it can cost us to have him. And our friends also around, our other reporters, some of the ones that are in Monrovia, they find it very difficult. Sometimes even if they have data, they got to go to a location where you can get a good signal. So it's hard to be effective in Liberia without the help and support of other people. You know now, other people there, they got people there behind them that are pumping money in there. Other people there, they get bank behind them. Other people get different things behind them. We got ourselves. So that's why every now and then we'll come here and say, support. But whatever you do or not, we'll do our best. We'll work within our means. We'll work with whatever we have and do our best. So I want to say thank you to all of you once again. What? Ruth said, I don't want to be a blue plastic bag neck employee. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We all want to stay, within the perimeter of, of some ethical, journalism. We are not the best, but we do our best to make sure we provide you the best. And believe me, this election is over. And I believe we're going to be peaceful. All the things you're seeing, every celebration you're seeing from one person to the other, it's all vla. It's all fake. They know the truth. Yes, I respond again to you, my sister, Ruth Robert Pemba. This election is over, and we know who won the election. Your good night. We will allow NEC to do their job. We will allow NEC to do their job. But you people, I don't know what to tell you. I appreciate you guys for coming on SK-TV, always to support us, to share the show. Anyway, let me play one of my best music. We promoted this music to the whole world.
Hey. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It was gonna be. Oh. D12 on the beat. If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. If nobody chew in your bone, you are nobody. They will know everything about you more than you know yourself. Yeah. They will talk just to bring you down. Yeah. I see